and welcome to the AdoptAPet show. Today is Monday, December the 23rd. My name is Jeanette Higgins and I'm a volunteer with the Newnan-Coweta Humane Society, and we are down here at Animal Control, Coweta County Animal Control that is, showing all the animals that we possibly can get in this segment. We have some really excited kids down here that are out of school and ready to bring home some new animals for the holidays. So we hope that you will consider that as well, and stay tuned and enjoy the show. Now actually we're going to go right into the show because we want to make sure that we can get as many animals on our show today as possible. We have this gorgeous little puppy here. This is Rudolph. He is a black and white pit bull mix, and what a cutie pie. It is so hard for us to see this little guy here and think that he may not have a new family for Christmas, which is, I'm sure that's what's on his Christmas wish list. But he is up for adoption and ready to go home. And folks, he'll still be here, I'm sure, after Christmas. If you want to consider picking him up and giving him a New Year's home, that'd be wonderful too. He's just a sweet little puppy. He is only about 3 months old. He's had his Bordetella shot. He's been dewormed. Now, he's an A19. That's his cage number. Now, one thing I do want to mention that the vet put on his card is he may possibly be deaf. They're not really sure, but you know, that's something that they kind of have to do some testing to see if he responds to loud noises and that sort of thing. But the poor little guy is scared and really just needs a new home. So if you will consider Rudolph, please come on down to Coweta County Animal Control and take this sweet guy home and give him a new forever home. And here we have Molly, and she is just a gorgeous black tabby. She's a short-haired, already been spayed actually, which is fantastic because that's something that you don't have to wait for the vet to do. It's already done, and you can take her home the same day since she's already been had her surgery. Now she is in C36, that's her cage number. And as you can see, she's just a really sweet girl. She's only about a year old. She's a little nervous because there's a lot of activity down here at Animal Control because we have a lot of people coming to adopt, which is fantastic and what we definitely want to see. But it still is making this kitty a little nervous with some of the activity and the dogs and stuff that are out. And but you can see she's great with kids. We've got our sweet little volunteer Annalise here that is helping us with our show today, and of course our wonderful new volunteer Tony as well, who we appreciate. But Molly here is ready to go home, to find her new home, to go home with her new family, and is just ready to be in a new home for the holidays or possibly for New Year's. But Animal Control will be closed the rest of this week, so we hope that you can get down here shortly and meet Miss Molly. And good golly, Miss Molly, she's a wonderful, wonderful cat. So come on down and meet this pretty girl. And this is Clarice, and she is just a honey of a girl. She's a very sweet, sweet, sweet dog. She's been out there just prancing around the yard like a little deer out there in the yard, and just loving on everybody and absolutely loving this attention that she's getting from our volunteer Nathan and I. Clarice is very young. She's only about a year old. Now they did go ahead and test her for heartworms, and it is negative. Came back negative, so that's a great thing. We always want to hear that. She is also an A19. That's her kennel number, and it has her listed as a pit bull, but I don't see that in her. I see more of maybe a terrier mix or some other kind of breed. She doesn't have the square head or the stockiness of a pit bull, so you know, sometimes it's hard for the guys down here to get it quite right. But we don't see any pit bull in this girl, so we're just going to say that she's some sort of terrier mix. But just a wonderful dog. Looks like she has only been here at Animal Control since December the 6th. She was caught on Handy Road, so she must be a real runner because they had to catch her. So she definitely is full of energy, sounds more like a terrier, and would definitely be a wonderful addition to your family. Would wear your children out on those days that they need a little bit more running around and all of that sort of thing. Would be a wonderful playmate and companion to your children. So come on down and meet Clarice. As you can see, she's also very affectionate. But come on down and meet this sweet girl. She's just down here at Animal Control waiting for you. And some of our loyal viewers may remember this guy. This is Major, and we are just so surprised that he is still here and hasn't been adopted yet because he is so sweet. I mean, they named him Major because he's a major sweetie, and he is so affectionate, but now he's just getting so scared because, my goodness, he's been here at Animal Control since September, and he really needs to find his new home, and soon. So this guy does not need to grow up here anymore. My goodness, when he came into Animal Control, he was just 7 months old, And now here he is, you know, he's going to be approaching a year old, growing up here at Animal Control, and that's just not the way to do it. And quite honestly, the guys here at Animal Control like this cat so much that they have kept him here far longer than they normally would in hopes that someone would adopt him, because they don't want to have to put him down. So please do consider Major. He is in C12, that's his cage number. And like I said, when he came in, he was only about 7 months old, so now he's approaching about 10 months. And you know, 1 year old, that 1 year birthday is right around the corner for this guy. But he's black and white, he's kind of a medium haired. He's got a gorgeous fluffy tail that we would love to show you. And cute little white paws. I mean, look at this guy, he's perfect. He's so, so sweet. But you know, he's been here so long that he's starting to get kind of unsure about his surroundings, and who can blame him? But you get him home, you get him feeling safe and warm and protected, and he's just gonna be, look at that, he's gonna be a lap cat and a snuggler. And what a perfect thing to have your own personal little pillow pet for the holidays. So come on down and meet Major. Get this guy in your home, and he is sure to steal your heart. Here we have Snowflake that we just absolutely adore. This girl is just so sweet, as you can see. She's a Lab Retriever mix, and she's golden in color and just a honey. I mean, I'm sure they gave her the name Snowflake to give her a Christmassy sounding name, but you know, she needs a name like Honey or Goldie or something like that. She's just not just golden on the outside, but golden on the inside. This girl has a heart of gold. She's in B19, that's her cage number, and she did come into Animal Control with a nylon collar on, so we know that she was somebody's pet at some point and just got lost. But she was picked up from Lynch Road, so if you recognize her, we certainly would like to reunite her with her family. But because she has not been reclaimed yet, she is up for adoption now. She came back, they did the heartworm test, it came back negative, which is a wonderful thing for Miss Snowflake. So she's just a wonderful size. She's not too big, not too small, just right. So come on down and meet Snowflake. She's down here at Animal Control, just waiting to be your new best friend. And this sweet boy we have named after an orange drink called Orange Julius. So we are calling him Julius. And he is a very sweet boy. He's made quite a mess in his cage, but that's to indicate that he doesn't want to be here. This is not where he has chosen to be. He didn't do anything wrong. How in the world he ended up here, he doesn't know. He was actually picked up as a stray, oddly enough, from Nectarine Drive. So we've just got oranges all over the place with this boy. But he's still a baby. He's only about 3 or 4 months old. And orange tabby with the white. And if you have ever had an orange tabby male, then you know what I'm talking about. They can be some of the most affectionate cats that you have ever owned. It's something in their DNA. It just runs all along, you know, in these orange male tabbies. So if you're looking for a very sweet, very affectionate cat, then definitely this is the boy for you. He is in C19, that's his cage number. And he's just good to go. He's ready to go get his new forever home, and hopefully that will be with you and your family. And this is Chip, and he is a very, very happy boy, as you can see. He is ready to go and play and just have a good time. He's only about 2 years old in B13, that's his cage number. And they did do a heartworm test on him. It came back negative, which is what we want to hear. He was picked up as a stray from Spence Avenue. Now they did scan him, didn't find a microchip, no ID on this boy whatsoever. As you can see, he's a gorgeous black and brown German Shepherd. Maybe purebred, probably not, probably mixed, but either way, we love this guy. He's full of personality and full of fun, and look at that happy tail go. So come on down here and meet Chip. He's in B13. He's just waiting for you to be his new family and his forever home. And this is Miss Mary. She is a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. They have her marked as calico, but I have to say that I think she's more of the tortie because she has the tortoise shell kind of coloring. Usually when they're calico, they have the spots rather than all the swirled colors together. And also the calicos generally have some white on them, and she doesn't have any white, so I would have to say she's probably a tortie, but either way, we know that she's a sweet, sweet girl. She's got big golden eyes, purring up a storm, very, very happy, as you can see, loving the attention that she's getting from our volunteer Tony, and just a sweet, sweet girl. She's only about, well, they have her marked as 4 years, but 4 years is young in cat years. I mean, I just had somebody tell me the other day that they had a cat that was 21 years old. So they can live a long time, and I tell you what, if you keep them indoors, they don't end up at animal control, first of all, and also they live a long, long life. They will live much longer if you can keep them indoors rather than having them outside. So she is in C3, that's her cage number. And look at her, she's being all regal on us now, looking all pretty like a queen or something. She's just checking out the room. She probably knows there's some cat treats over there in the corner, and she wants to have some of those. But come on down and meet Miss Mary. She is so, so sweet, as you can see, and just beautiful coloring, the rust and the black and the brown. She's just gorgeous. So come on down and meet this girl. She's down here at Animal Control just waiting for you. And here we have a gorgeous girl. This is Noelle. She's a black lab mix, and she's only about 4 years old. Now, she has a special story. She was caught in a state park running around on the loose. She had on and still has on a faded red collar. So I'm just guessing it was probably our local state park, Chattahoochee Bend, that's right here in Newnan, but it had to have been in Coweta County for her to end up at Coweta County Animal Control. So somebody was out walking their dog and she got loose, and now this is where she is, folks. So if you know somebody that was talking about had lost their dog while they were out walking at a park here in Coweta County, then let them know their dog is down here and needs for them to come back and get her. She's in B5, that's her cage number. Now they did test her for heartworms, it came back negative. So she's a little thin, but we don't know how long she was at that state park roaming around on her own, and you know, they just need to fatten her up here at Animal Control. She hasn't been here at this facility very long, so they'll get her back to her normal weight and she'll be just fine. She's a really sweet girl, just really confused as to how in the world she ended up here, because she certainly didn't do anything wrong. She's a wonderful dog. So come on down here and meet Noelle. She's in B5 and she's just waiting for you to take her on another walk, but this time don't let her go. And some of our friends out there may recognize these two cute little kittens, and these guys don't need to grow up here either. We have Turkey and Cranberry, and you know what time of year they came into Animal Control. Obviously it was around Thanksgiving, and these little sweethearts are siblings, and we would love to see them get adopted together, but they don't have to go together. Cranberry's a little scared because we have our next dog that we're going to put on in the corner, and it's a little frightening sometimes for these cats to hear a dog in the background. They want to make sure they can get away, and that's what little Miss Cranberry's trying to do. But cute, cute, cute. I mean, look at these little kittens. They are just absolutely adorable. I've got, like I said, I have little Turkey here, and he is a little turkey. What a sweetheart. And they're only about, looks like they're about 1, maybe 2 months old at the most. And just so, so sweet. They're both in C39. And this guy here, like I said, is black and white, and Cranberry is completely jet black, gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Very sweet kitties, just very scared, but who can blame them? They're tiny little creatures in this great big world. They don't know what they did to get here and why they're here at Animal Control, and they really just need to be in a family environment, a home environment. Then they'll be just fine, and you'll get to see their little personalities blossom. It's a wonderful thing. So come adopt them both, adopt one. We just want to make sure that they both get out of here and don't end up losing their lives here at Animal Control. So come meet Turkey and Cranberry. They're down here just waiting to give you the dish and all the stuff. Just be the loves of your lives for sure. So come on down and meet these guys. And here we have Lolly. She is a sweet girl, but I tell you what, she has a lot of puppy energy. So if you are an active family and you like to go jogging, or your kids, you know, maybe you live where you have a large yard or a large field that she can run in, because I tell you what, this is going to be a dog, a ball fetcher. She will be fetching anything you throw, anything that you want her to chase. She is after it, and she is on it, because she is just full of energy. But it's the puppy energy. She just needs to burn that off. And as you can see, she can settle down. She's been enjoying hanging out with our volunteer Ann and I. And it's showing on her card she's only about 8 months old, so she is young. She's a pit bull mix. They did go ahead and do a heartworm test. It came back negative. So Lolly is just good to go. She is in B7. That's her cage number. And I do want to mention she was picked up as a stray from Lake Circle, and she was wearing a brown collar, but she didn't have any ID on that collar, no tag or anything like that, and no microchip, so they weren't able to reunite her with her owners. But if you recognize her, please, we would love to see her get back home for Christmas. So come down and meet Miss Lolly, and she's very, very pretty, as you can see, very pretty coloring. And she is sure to steal your heart and your home and your slippers for sure. And we have another Molly. This is Molly number 2, and she is a gray tabby, I think more like a black tabby, but she's got the white on her as well. It doesn't show her age on the card, but we know she's fully grown. She's at least a year old or more. She's in C34, that's her cage number, and she's a little extra nervous because the dog that we just had on a minute ago, Lolly, decided that she wanted to go into the cat room, and she terrorized all the cats in the cat room. So Molly's poor little heart is probably beating 100 miles a minute, and she's just a little nervous, but as you can see, Tony is calming her down, and she's feeling much, much more secure. She looks like she was picked up as a stray from Belk Road, but my goodness, it's been since September that she's been here. So obviously her owners were not able to come back and reclaim her. So she does need a new home, and she needs it soon. Since she has been here so long, we don't have a euthanasia list for this week, but I'm guessing between Christmas and New Year's, when animal control is open during that week, they're probably going to come out with a pretty extensive list for these animals that have been here since September. So we definitely need to make sure that Molly gets a home before that list comes out. And you know, I'd hate to think that she's been here since September and she's going to end up losing her life anyway. So we definitely have to make sure this girl gets a new home and gets one quick. So come on, Santa, we need you to come get this girl. Come get this girl, rescue her. And I tell you what, you know, these shelter pets they really seem to be very grateful. They show you that they're grateful. And they seem to know that you saved their lives. So definitely Molly will be one of those types of cats that will make biscuits in your laps and just absolutely show you what a wonderful, sweet girl she truly is. So come on down, adopt a pet, save a life, save Molly. And here we have Skittles. She is a gorgeous pit bull mix. Now it's listed as pit bull, but I'm just not sure. I really, there's so many breeds out there, and we try to memorize all the ones that we can, but there's just hundreds of dog breeds. And I just don't see that in her. She doesn't have the stockiness, the square head, all of that, but she may have a little bit in her, but not that much. And as you can see, she loves belly rubs. She's a very pretty brown brindle color. She's about 3 years old, in A14, and our volunteer Nathan here just told me that Skittles was out in the yard with some children, and she does really well with kids. She didn't have any problem being around them paying attention to her. She absolutely loved it. And as you can see, she loves belly rubs. She's a very sweet, laid-back girl. Gorgeous, gorgeous coloring. She's a big girl. She's about 58 pounds, but you know, that's not really a large breed. I mean, she's not really large. She's kind of medium, on the medium side, on the higher side of medium side. But as you can see, she's very, very sweet. Just loves people, loves the attention. She's in A14, that's her cage number. And it looks like she was picked up as a stray from Coweta Herd Road. No collar, no ID. They scanned her, did not find a microchip. So she is ready to find her new home. So if you like those brindle dogs, because you know that coloring is just so awesome and so pretty. And as you can see, she's just really laid back. Then definitely Skittles would be the girl for you. So come on down and meet this girl. She's only about 3 years old, so she's got a lot of life and a lot of years ahead of her. We don't want to see her end up losing her life here at Animal Control. So come on down and meet Skittles. She's sure to steal your heart and be your best friend. This is Rosie. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous white cat. As you can see, she's got big blue eyes. She just loves Tony, you can tell. She's very, very affectionate, very laid back, just a really sweet girl and just beautiful. I mean, she looks like she could do a cat commercial for cat food or something. She's so pretty. Now, Rosie here is in C4, that's her cage number, and she's at least a year old, but it doesn't say anything on her card about her age. She has had all of her shots here at Animal Control, and she has been dewormed. Now, it does say that she was confiscated from Welcome Road, which apparently she was abandoned, and she's part of a cruelty case. So I don't know if she was abandoned in somebody's house. I would have to guess yes, because for them to be confiscated, it's usually they're taken from someone's yard or from someone's home. They're not usually confiscated from the street. That would be considered a stray. So she apparently was abandoned, and I can't imagine anybody doing that to another life, to a dog or a cat, to just leave them and hope that they'll just be okay. Well, if you don't leave them with food and water, they're not going to be okay. And you know, what a horrible way to go, to starve to death. So I'm so glad that Animal Control found these pets. There are a couple other pets here that were also part of that cruelty case. But look at Rosie. I mean, my goodness, somebody loved her at some point, and we love her. I mean, she's just a beautiful, beautiful girl. Very, very sweet and very affectionate, and she's even given Tony little kisses on his fingertips. I mean, how special is that? So come on down and meet this girl. Obviously, you know, the cruelty case didn't affect her whatsoever, and she's just really, really sweet and very affectionate. So come on down and meet this girl. They say that dogs can be your best friend, but I tell you what, cats can be your best friend too. This handsome guy has the name Beau, and it's not spelled B-O, it's spelled B-E-A-U, so he's really special. He is an Australian Shepherd mix, black and gray, as you can see. Now, unfortunately, his heartworm test did come back positive, but don't let that be a death sentence for this boy, because it is treatable by a veterinarian. It is something, like I said, that can be treated over time, and it can be taken care of, and they can live a happy, long, fine life as long as you get that treated. Now, Beau here is only about 4 years old, so he has lots of life ahead of him. It looks like he came into Animal Control with the canvas collar on that he may still be wearing. I'm not sure if it's the same one that he came in with, but he did have a canvas collar on, so he definitely was someone's pet. He was picked up as a stray from Bagley Road, and oh, he did have a red collar, and that's the red canvas collar he has on. So yes, he still has the same collar on, but it looks like he just got lost and needs his family to come claim him, but because they have not come back to claim him, then he needs a new home. He's in B14, that's his cage number, and just such a handsome, handsome boy, as you can see. Very laid back. We've had some really energetic dogs, some really energetic puppies, but if you want more of a laid back dog, then Beau is definitely the guy for you. So come on down and meet this sweet boy, and he is sure to steal your heart. We just love this girl. This is Mistletoe, and she is so affectionate and so pretty. And I tell you what, her fur is so soft, and she takes really, really good care of herself, and that shows her health. If a cat is unhealthy, it won't groom itself, it won't clean itself, and she is definitely clean as a whistle, and very, very soft, very fluffy fur, very pretty girl. She's very, very healthy. She's got big green eyes. As you can see, she's a gray tabby. She's only about a year old. Now, Mistletoe has already been spayed, so that is not something that you have to pay in addition to the adoption fee, and actually the adoption fee does cover spay and neuter. But she's already been spayed, and what that means for you is that you don't have to wait for the vet to take care of that. You can take her home the day that you adopt her, because she's had all of her shots and she's been spayed and she's just good to go. She's in C17, that's her cage number, and she was also a stray from Nectarine Drive, which we had another cat on earlier that was a stray from Nectarine Drive. So we don't know if they're related or not, but they were both picked up from the same road and possibly around the same time. So come get Mistletoe. You can just see, she's just such a wonderful girl, lots of personality, very, very sweet, very affectionate, and just a gorgeous tabby. I mean, she's got beautiful markings. So come meet Mistletoe, and I'm sure she is going to steal your heart and your home, and she is going to be just a fabulous addition to your home for the holidays and for the rest of her life. And this is Uno, and we know why he's named Uno, because he is numero uno. He is the #1 most special dog down here for sure. He is a stud. He's a black and white, or not black and white, gray and white pit bull. They have it marked blue and white on his card, but oftentimes animals that are gray in coloring, they call it blue as the breed definition. But we thought he was going to be a little bit more calm, but we gave him a treat, and now he's just all wound up like a top. But he is an A18, that's his cage number. As you can see, he is definitely all pit bull and all handsome and all manly man. He was caught on Wallace Gray Road. They scanned him, no collar, no ID. He's about 3 years old, and he is a strong big boy, but I tell you what, he has got a heart of gold. So come on down and meet the #1 man down here at Animal Control, the numero uno, the pit bull that is just such a gorgeous, gorgeous, handsome boy. And oh my goodness, he will just be a wonderful addition to your family for the holidays and forever, and just truly needs a forever home. So come on down here and meet this #1 guy. And this handsome boy has the nickname Grayson for obvious reasons. He's a beautiful Russian blue, gray colored kitty cat. It's showing about 8 years old on his card, but don't think that 8 is old for cats, because most of these cats that are the short-haired breeds live to be 15 or even older. So he is really just maybe midlife right about now, but such a handsome, handsome boy. Now, he has already been neutered, so that is not something that you have to wait for the veterinarian to take care of. He is in C10, that's his cat cage number. And it looks like he was caught on Stonehaven Drive, no collar, no ID, so he is definitely ready to go find his new forever home. So come on down here and meet Grayson. He's a gorgeous, very handsome boy, very laid back, a little nervous because of the commotion in this room, but you know, that's just understood, you know, for these animals to be a little nervous. So come on down here and meet Grayson. He's like a gray panther, and he's just going to be your best buddy and follow you around and just be your best friend, keep you warm this winter. And this is Jack. As you can see, he is a toy fox terrier, really cute little guy. He's about 6 years old, and Jack here has already been neutered, so that's something that you don't have to wait for the vet to do. They did go ahead and heartworm test him. It came back negative. He's had all of his shots and he's been dewormed. Now, Jack here was picked up as a stray from Berry Avenue, so we definitely want to make sure that, oh, actually it does say he's microchipped. I don't know if that means he's microchipped or they checked and didn't find it, but either way, he has not been reunited with his owners yet, so he is up for adoption now. He is in B1, that's his cage number, and just a really sweet laid-back boy, as you can see, and would just be a wonderful addition to any family. If you like small dogs, or if you just want a dog that, you know, is going to be a little bit more laid back and calm, then Jack may be the boy for you. And I tell you what, he's a terrier though, so he's going to be a little curious and lots of fun, I'm sure, when you get him home and he gets to feel comfortable and safe and gets to really show his personality. So come meet Jack. Like I said, he's in B1. He's just waiting for you to take him home for the holidays. And that is our show for today, folks. We thank you so very much for tuning in. We hope that you have had a wonderful holiday season so far and that you have a very Merry Christmas. Now, we will be filming the show again next week, so I can't say Happy New Year quite yet, but we certainly love the fact that you're tuning in during this holiday season and helping to find these homeless pets homes for the holidays. So thank you so much for tuning in. We also want to make sure that we thank the Coweta County Animal Control Facility for allowing us to come down here and showcase these animals. I want to mention that the Newnan-Coweta Humane Society is not affiliated with this shelter. I know I still come across some folks that think that we run this shelter, and we do not. It is run by Coweta County. We just come down here, our organization comes down to try to rescue these animals and try to show off these little fur babies and fur kids, hoping that we can find forever homes for them. And also want to make sure that I thank New Link for putting us on your network and allowing us to showcase all of these animals and sending us our wonderful camera woman, Laura, who keeps us on track and on time each and every week. Also want to thank our wonderful volunteers with the Humane Society that give of their time and their love to these animals. We are a 100% nonprofit, all volunteer organization. Nobody gets paid. We just do this because we love it, and we love these animals. We want to see them get forever homes. So want to make sure that we also thank the Marianne Hollow Foundation for their very generous donation to our organization that helps us to save a lot of lives. So thank you so much. If you want to find out some more information about what we're doing in the community, please do visit our website at www.nchsrescue.org. So thank you again for tuning in. We will see you next week, but until then, we hope that you have a wonderful Christmas morning time with your family. Have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week on AdoptAPet.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason